Poverty is a problem closely associated with poor and developing nations. Indonesia, as a country still striving to achieve its dream of becoming a developed nation, continues to face complex poverty issues. In fact, 25.22 million Indonesians still live below the poverty line. But wait, did you know that despite these tens of millions Indonesians living in poverty, the country's poverty rate under President Jokowi's leadership has actually decreased to 9.03% from previously 9.36%. That's the lowest in the last 10 years, you know? So can this be considered a success for the government? Let's discuss. Hey, hello everyone, I'm Torik, and today we are diving into the poverty line in Indonesia. Despite some positive changes, many people are still living below the poverty line. So sad. Based on poverty rate calculations in March 2024, the Central Statistics Agency, or BPS, reported that 25.2 million Indonesians still live below the poverty line, or 9.03%. Annually, the poverty rate in March 2024 decreased by 0.68 million people compared to the March 2023. Remember the COVID-19 pandemic? During that time, poverty increased drastically. However, fortunately, it has been declining since March 2021. The poverty line in Indonesia in March 2024 increased by 5.910% compared to the same period last year to 582.932 thousand rupiah. To break it down, the urban poverty line is 601.871 thousand rupiah, higher than the rural poverty line of 556.874 thousand rupiah. Just so you know, the poverty line is a threshold used to determine whether a person or family is considered living in poverty. This concept varies depending on the country and methodology used. But generally, the poverty line measures the minimum income required to meet basic needs, such as food, clothing, shelter, and other necessities. Understanding the poverty line helps us grasp the scale of poverty and how to tackle it. It is an important tool for designing interventions to assist those living below this threshold. The decrease in the poverty rate certainly brings positive hope for Indonesia. Why is that? Because this good news comes at a time when the world is facing economic turmoil due to climate change and war. So, what's basically causing the decrease in poverty line in Indonesia? This has been explained by the head of the Fiscal Policy Agency, BKF, of the Ministry of Finance, Fabio Kaceribu. He explained that the reduction in the poverty rate is supported by various social assistance programs by the government. These aids were provided specifically in response to the rise in food inflation at the beginning of 2024. According to the government, this has been an objective commitment to maintain inflation stability to boost people's purchasing power. This increase can further accelerate the reduction in poverty rates and improve people's welfare. So we understand that the reduction in poverty is actually linked to the government's various assistance programs. However, this decline does not negate the fact that millions of Indonesians still live below the poverty line. As I mentioned earlier, the total number of poor people in Indonesia is still 25.21 million. The majority of poor people are found on the island of Java, the most populous island in Indonesia. According to the latest data, there are 5 provinces with the highest numbers of poor people: Java, West Java, Central Java, North Sumatra, and East Nusa Tenggara. In detail, the number of poor people in East Java is 3.98 million people. Then, in West Java, there are 3.84 million people. Central Java with 3.7 million people. North Sumatra with 1.22 million people. And East Nusa Tenggara with 1.12 million people. Indonesia's capital, Jakarta, has 464.93 thousand poor people. And the lowest is North Kalimantan with 47.83 thousand people. The high number of people raises a big questions for us. What makes the poverty line difficult to lower? Answering this, Acting Chief Secretary of BPS Imam Mahdi mentioned that the restraint in reduction of the poverty rate is influenced by the continuously rising prices of staple commodities. Some staple commodities experienced price increases from March 2023 to March 2024. Rice, the main food for the majority of people of Indonesia, increased by 20.07%, followed by an increase in the price of chicken each by 11.56% and red chili by 45.89%. The rise in stable food prices certainly affect people's consumptions and expenditure levels. This is reflected by the poverty features presented. So, after looking at the numbers and explanations above, various feelings may arise. From optimism in seeing the decline in poverty rates to sympathy for the many Indonesians still trapped in poverty. This issue must become a primary objective in addressing the problems faced by Indonesia, because overcoming poverty is a basic indicator of successful economic development. Moreover, Indonesia is racing against time to become a developed country. Indonesia must find the right formula to reduce income inequality and poverty rates. So, I'm Tori. Thank you for watching this content to the end. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy it and subscribe so you don't miss our interesting content. See you in the next video. Bye bye.